Can you hear it? Welcome to Relay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know how much of. Also, I'm Shiver, by the way.
Oh yeah, you are. I guess I should.
I don't know how
change
much
that.
of that was caught by the stream. But I was providing theme music for our commercial is what I was doing.
I mean, our commercial has good
But it was
theme
also
music,
like
but
just the Halo theme. I think. Yeah. Yeah, Halo. Hello everybody. By everybody I mean Sardareth. How you doing, Sardareth? Welcome to the show. Unnamed game show.
okay, you are no longer Shiver.
Oh. Isn't that nice? 2 fingers of hair.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know. You tell me. It's your name.
What does that mean?
Fingers.
Also, there's too many C's in acapella.
I don't care.
It's 1 C, 2 P's, 2 L's.
I did that, and Streamlabs told me it was spelt wrong.
No, well, because it's actually 2 words.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's
Capella.
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 Also, there's a lot of people who spell acapella incorrectly with 1 P, which is incorrect.
I don't get 1P, but like, it's one of those like MISSI, SSI, PPI. How many things do you double in it? And as someone
It's 1 C, 2 P's, 2 L's.
As someone with 2 doubled consonants in my name,
Yeah.
the number of times that one or both of them get left undoubled,
Yeah.
constant. It's
Is
constant.
acapella Italian?
Yes.
They're the ones who came up with acapella?
I don't know, but they named it, I guess.
Oh. Like resume. Although the US is like the only country that calls it a resume, hilariously. CV everywhere else.
Resume up here.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, because you're French. Yeah,
Actually,
French
honestly,
peeps.
we use it interchangeably. Sometimes it's resume, sometimes it's CV. But
What does
most people
CV
just-
stand for?
curriculum vitae?
Latin. Ooh.
There you go.
Hi, Sargrath.
Hey, Sargrath, how's it going?
Yeah, welcome to the show. This is the Unnamed Game Show. Thank you, Sargrath. This is the show where we talk about all things video games except for one, Star Citizen, as I am an associate community manager for Cloud Imperium Games.
Congratulations on
And
that, by
I
the
have
way,
not
Jake.
been- Oh, thank you. My job has not changed since January.
Yeah, well, I
I
haven't
just get paid for
congratulated
it
you
now. Yeah.
yet. Hey, shenanigans.
Hey, shenanigans. What's going on?
How's it going?
Cannot talk about Star Citizen or Squadron 42. As that would be technically me talking about it in an official capacity, which I have not been cleared to do.
I have a really important question though. This is a clarification that you're gonna have to make, because as we suspect, well, as we know, those are not the only video games developed by Cloud Imperium Limited.
Hyper Vanguard
Can you
Force.
talk about Hyper Vanguard Force?
Yeah. Okay. I can talk about Hyper Vanguard Force.
Yes, we got him on record.
Man, is that still on the website?
I don't even know.
Hyper Vanguard Force.
That better be. That thing was good.
Start. Yes, it 100% is.
All right. In that case, Jake, when are updates coming to Hyper Vanguard Force?
Updates are in the works. We're working
Okay.
hard on it. It's a high priority. What other garbage can I say?
Multiple disciplines are tackling.
We hear you.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, there's got to be more of those.
Oh, I'm sure there are. There's got to be a list somewhere of just like corporate
I need to
things
talk about this game's development, but I have no actual information.
Top men are on it. Top men, yeah.
Top men. Yeah.
All right.
What about the bottom men? Ooh. Anyway, welcome to the show, Unnamed Game Show.
Look,
We talk about video games.
We can't have top men without bottom men. Okay.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. The top. What about the power bottom men? Okay. Let's
Okay, let's go.
See, Sargrath's trying to be inclusive, and I just made it really gay.
Inclusive, really gay. It's the same
Both
thing.
inclusive, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to my. I can't even say it. Sorry.
Okay, we killed Jake. Good job, everyone.
Woo! Oh. See, now I need to say it because I need to get it out. Shout out to my power bottoms. All right, let's continue with the show.
No, I don't think. I think we peaked. I think we peaked, Jake.
Shut it down. Oh. Okay. Oh God, my face hurts.
Oh.
Jeez. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Kids, don't look up power bottoms in Urban Dictionary. Who am I kidding? Only. All right. This is gonna be. Never mind. No, I'm stopping now. All right. Segment and zero, everybody. What you playing, David?
All right, Segmentin 0, Chapter 0, actually.
So what happens when Eric's not here?
Oh, I know it's a bad time when Eric's not here. Let's be honest.
What do you mean Chapter 0?
It's Chapter now. I guess no. You know what? I
You
prefer
gotta
Segmentin.
relabel the doc.
No, I'm just gonna change it back to Segmentin because I prefer Segmentin.
Okay.
Segmentin 0, what you playing?
Because we have Segmentin 0, the accurately named Segment 2, Segment 4, Segment, and Section 8, which is my personal favorite.
Which we haven't actually done at Section 8 in a while, to be honest.
Yeah, well, there's nothing going on.
Nothing to yell about. Okay, so you know what? Before we get into games that we're playing, we are approaching that fabled, the glorious time of the year when all the companies come out on stages and say, here's what we've got later this year.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited for...
It's like Christmas for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's better than Christmas for me because it tells me what I'm getting for Christmas.
Exactly. Sorry, Greg.
Yeah, E3, man. June. It's coming up. 2 more months.
E3, I think there's still going to be a Summer Games Fest.
Yep. There is.
Yeah.
Everybody, so far, E3 wise, everybody confirmed for E3 is here.
Microsoft's
Gonna
there.
search our DMs for Cock Media. Man, what a show we have this week. All right,
okay.
E3
You know what? I really
have,
don't like cock, but we're gonna bring up cock.
Yeah, you know,
and
not
talk.
a lot of people like cock, but they have things to show, and everybody needs to see what cock
I'm
has
excited
to offer.
to see it. I just wish it wasn't cock.
Yeah. For people watching, I'm putting it in the chat. This is the spelling. I'm referencing a company. Man, we're very phallic today, David. What's going on?
I don't know.
Anyway, in addition to cock, who is they own Deep Silver, to give you an idea. The people attending E3 this year are WB, Take-Two, Ubisoft, Konami,
Really?
Capcom,
Yeah.
Xbox, and Nintendo.
I'm surprised that Nintendo's attending as like their own thing.
This is basically them saying, "Hey, we've got a Nintendo Direct.
Yes.
It's coming out in June,
And hey, it's going to be the next Zelda and the Switch Pro, probably.
it probably won't be Zelda. It's probably not going to be Zelda.
I think it's going to be Zelda.
No, I don't think it'll be Zelda. I don't think, unless they have pulled Zelda out of their butts. That is a 2022 game in my brain and always has been. And Nintendo doesn't like to talk about games that are not within a year.
It's
except
true.
for their initial. They announce it when they're like, "Yo, we're making it."
Yep. But
And
keep
then-
in mind, they did say last year that they'd talk about it, and then earlier this year at their last Nintendo Direct, when they announced the Skyward Sword stuff, they said, we're not ready to talk about it yet, but we will talk about it soon.
That's so. My thing is, I think it will be coming out like March, April, May, 2022, and they will talk about it at the Game Awards in December.
Maybe.
Which is, if you recall, when they announced it, and
Yeah.
when they announced Breath of the Wild.
We'll have to see.
In fact, both both trailers for Breath of the Wild were at the Game Awards, except for the last one, which was at the Switch announcement, which was their own event.
I am so unreasonably excited for the next Zelda.
Yeah.
Like,
see.
well, and actually, I was talking with Cass about it this week. You know what I would really like? I know it's not going to happen, but I would really like for it to actually be The Legend of Zelda for once.
Oh, it won't happen.
I know, but man, I would love them to do it.
I don't think it'll happen. If it's in the same engine, I don't think it will happen.
We'll have to see. Anyway, okay. Should we hit segment 0?
Sure.
Let's do segment 0. What you playing? Do you want to go first or shall I?
I'll go first. I got less things.
Do it.
So I picked up Valorant again recently. Mostly because I wanted to tighten up my aim in Apex. And Valorant is just pure aim. Like that's the whole game.
It is an extremely tight experience.
Yeah. And I did pretty well for the couple games I played. My problem is I know all the guns because they're the Counter-Strike guns. But I don't know the characters that well is my problem. And I know the maps are pretty straightforward, but there's a lot of things that you can do with the map that I don't know. Which is fine. But I had a good time. I'll probably be playing that alongside Apex when people aren't playing Apex. It's a great game. If people in the chat, if you are fans of Counter-Strike, and you haven't tried Valorant yet, what are you doing? Valorant is everything Counter-Strike should be.
Yeah.
And it's Counter-Strike if Counter-Strike were made by a developer who cares about the game. Which Riot definitely does.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Shout out to former I was gonna say former CIG alumnus, but that's a double. So CIG alumnus Lisa Ohanian, who is a senior producer on the character team for Valorant. And she helped launch that thing, so that's pretty cool.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, the OG ship showdown.
Cool. Man, that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
We didn't.
Good
there
lord.
There were not enough episodes of that either.
Nope, there was like 10.
Yeah.
And then I played and completed an older video game. So when I was on the show a few weeks ago talking about Kingdom Hearts, as I do, I referenced Devil May Cry. And I referenced Devil May Cry because they came out around the same time, the first two games, or the first games of each series, I mean. And I always reference, like, Devil May Cry is the character action game that everybody played, but Kingdom Hearts is the better character action game. And I've always held that opinion, even though I've only played the first Devil May Cry and I never finished it.
Right.
And it hasn't been, it's been a long time. So I was like, man, can't have an opinion that is not based in fact, because that's what I'm about and what everybody should be about. So I actually picked up the, because I'm actually going to go through all of them except for the first two. because I looked and I literally almost finished the game when I
Right.
played it the first time. So I just watched the ending, and then everyone and their mother has said that Devil May Cry 2 is one of the worst games ever made. So so I'm like, okay, cool.
Just skip it. Yeah.
So I was gonna start with 3, but then there's very mixed opinions on the internet about Ninja Theory's Devil May Cry, which is DMC Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
And what about Devil May Cry? Because that would be awesome. But I'm sure you're referring to having opinions based in fact.
No, I think it's because you said everyone and their mums.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she was telling me, okay. Okay, cool. But I played it, and that game is awesome. I gotta say,
DMC?
I love that game. It is insane and over the top and ridiculous and gross and very like 90s dude bro comedy. It's very like edgelord comedy, you know?
It
But
hurts
done
me.
well.
That hurts
Kind
me.
of like Borderlands. It gives me Borderlands feel. You know?
I mean, Borderlands is entirely poop jokes. It's just how can we fit as many poop jokes as we can into a video game, and that was Borderlands.
It's got the same. It's in the same realm, I would say, as Borderlands. But yeah, that game is really good. However, my opinion is now based in fact. Although I will continue to play Devil May Cry. As the next game on my list is Devil May Cry 3. I'm gonna play 3, 4, 5 in that order next. Because they're pretty short. This one was only how much time did I put in this thing? I'm gonna look.
16 hours.
No, not even. I don't think I even hit 10.
Really?
Yeah.
That's painfully short almost.
7.
7. Wow.
Yep. But I had it on normal mode. Which is pretty easy.
I mean, that's...
But it was fun.
I hate the, like, oh, you have to have it on the hardest or you're not really playing it. No, just...
Yeah.
It's a video game. You're supposed to have fun.
But kind of my thing is that my problem with it is that it's so simple. It's like you have your combos and you unlock more combos. And then when you kill stuff, there's 3 orbs. There's red orbs, there's white orbs, and there's green orbs. Green orbs are health. Red orbs is money. And white orbs is experience, essentially. And then you buy health items. See, no, not that money. That's a different game, sir. That's Kingdom Hearts.
Which also drops orbs when you kill stuff.
Yes, but
Green orbs and blue orbs and red orbs.
No, so it's green orbs, clear orbs, and yellow orbs.
All right.
And also yellow crystals, which is money. But that's it. Like, all you do is unlock more combos. You get more weapons, which give you different combos. And then it's just your health. And that's it.
Yep.
Kingdom Hearts is like... it is all of that. It is all of that. Plus a full-blown RPG.
Plus
with
a space
gear and
spaceship
stats.
building simulator.
Yeah, it's so much. Like, there's so much more to that game.
Yeah.
Devil May Cry is just so dead simple.
Devil May Cry is a lot flashier though. It's a lot more like
Yeah.
over the top action in your
Dude,
face.
you say that,
But it's more Jake, it's more in your face about it. Right?
Yeah. There is that.
It is more in your face. It's like
I'm actually and
frequently Sargreth,
this is once
all the
again
time.
going to be another everybody should play Kingdom Hearts now preaching post. Let me find this article.
Do I have to permit you before you post this?
Yeah, but give me a sec. It was yes, okay. Permit me.
1 second.
You do get flashed in DMC, actually, like for real. And it's
How do I
by
permit you?
Dante.
How do I permit you? I thought it was
Exclamation
slash.
point permit
Oh,
my name.
I thought it was slash. It's exclamation mark. Right. I forget these things.
Yeah.
Go.
There. Game Informer put out an article a couple days ago. It says, look, we're all waiting for Elden Ring. It's coming slowly but surely. But while we wait, might we interest you in another brutal game, Kingdom Hearts 2? And I agree 1,000,000%. 1,000,000% with
Look,
this article.
Here's the deal. I don't talk about Kingdom Hearts nearly as much as Jake does. I am not the Kingdom Hearts evangelist that Jake is, and Jake
This is awesome.
Jake is
Well,
a
it's
Kingdom
my
Hearts
favorite.
evangelist. I will say that Kingdom Hearts is an excellent series of games that you really should play. They are very good. The story is intricate. It takes you to Disney. It's Disney in video game. It's the best Disney video game there is. And it takes you through the storylines of a bunch of Disney movies that you probably love, because who doesn't love Disney movies? If you say you don't, let's be honest, you're lying to yourself.
And sometimes it's like new stories with those characters.
Yeah.
Like Mulan is... Well, no, Mulan's the same. What am I thinking? Monsters, Inc.
Yep.
is... That level in Kingdom Hearts 3 is the sequel to Monsters, Inc. Technically, because it happens after the fact.
Hey, Ricardo, thank you for the follow. Yeah,
Oh, thank you, sir.
I think more people ought to play Kingdom Hearts. It's good. Okay.
Also, if you're like, oh, it's on all these different consoles, I only have a PC. No excuse anymore.
It's on PC.
Zero excuse. Zero excuse. Stand by. Stand by. Okay. Yeah. Play Kingdom Hearts. If you like Souls games, you should play Kingdom Hearts. 100% you should play Kingdom Hearts.
Yep.
If you want it to be a Souls experience, though, you must play it on critical mode, which is the highest difficulty.
Or just play it on whatever because it's fun.
Yeah, well, if you play it on easy or normal, like, you won't die ever. Proud mode is a little tough. So if you don't want a Dark Souls experience, but you want to be challenged a little bit, proud mode. But if you want a true Dark Souls experience, put it on critical mode. You can also make it worse than just critical mode if you want. There's an immense amount of difficulty customization in this game. It's like, hey, do you want to play the entire game at level 1?
No.
Do you want to?
I don't.
Do you want to disable some or all of your special abilities? Up to you. You can literally do anything. And it's so good. Also, the mod scene for Kingdom Hearts 3 is popping off already, and I am very happy about it. Because in Kingdom Hearts 3, there's a bunch of characters you play, but except for Sora, you only play as those characters for a very short sequence. They have modded the game so you can play as those characters for the entire game.
Nice. I do want to note that it is startling how almost every single unnamed game show we have somehow Kingdom Hearts gets brought up.
Yep. That will always happen.
Yep.
Forever.
I know. I know.
Because it is my favorite. That's like asking you not to talk about Hot Fuzz.
It's true. I've already made several Hot Fuzz references tonight and no one noticed.
Yep.
All the time. All right.
But that is it. I ragged on it. However, DMC Devil May Cry is a fantastic video game, and I highly recommend it. Especially because it goes on sale for like $5 very frequently.
It's hard to say no to a $5 video game.
You can't, especially one that is extremely good.
Yep. All right. Is it my turn?
Yes. That is all I've been
Okay.
playing other than Apex Legends and Star Citizen.
Fair enough. I've been playing some Breath of the Wild because that is...
Man,
I think
I need to play Breath of the Wild again.
You do. I think Breath of the Wild
really
is
do.
honestly just about as close to a perfect game as I can think of.
It's great. It needs Zelda dungeons.
Yes.
If it had like traditional, if it had the dungeon design of Skyward Sword, and I know what you're thinking, Skyward Sword has the best 3D Zelda dungeons. Full stop. I will not hear any different. If it had that level design in the dungeons, Breath of the Wild would be the greatest Zelda game of all time, with no question, no debate.
It is such...
That is the only thing it's missing.
You know, I played it a lot when it first came out and beat it, and then I played it again on hard mode and beat it, and then I played it again when they came out with the master mode or
DLC.
whatever, and I did not beat that, but I played it.
It's hard.
It's hard. It is hard. I am not.
You do get a motorcycle though.
Really?
Do you not know about the motorcycle?
I don't. I'll have to look it up.
What? Dude, no. We're stopped. Show must be stopped. Breath of the Wild motorcycle. I can't believe you don't know about the motorcycle.
Master Cycle. Oh my god.
It's beautiful, dude. Put it in chat. I can't believe you don't know about the Zelda freaking horse bike. No, it's not a horse bike. It's a unicorn bike.
It's a unicorn bike. It's... God. That looks really
Dude.
cool. Okay.
It's awesome. You can get it in Breath of the Wild.
Okay, I will have to do that now. Good. I needed something new to go and get.
It's so good.
So
good.
The point that I wanted to make actually is really bolstered by that. Like I've probably put 100 to 150 hours into Zelda already, and I'm playing it again because I want to take more time with it and do everything I can and sort of dovetail it into the next Zelda game. And I'm finding so many things that I've never seen before.
Yeah.
I love this game.
It's so good.
It really is. It's I feel like those type of open world games were sort of stagnating. It came out around the time when Ubisoft was having a lot of trouble with Assassin's Creed, for example. Unity was bad, and the others around the time were bad as well.
Unity was fine. It just came out
It
and was
came out
supremely broken.
Horribly broken, like unplayably broken. But that tainted the experience. But
Yeah.
Zelda,
I just waited 6 months and then
Yeah.
played it, and it was
Zelda
it was
really,
fine.
Breath of the Wild really, in my opinion, sort of shook up that genre. And a lot
I
of
agree.
games since then have taken from it.
We've only seen a few, to be fair.
It's not as crowded a space as it used to be.
I'd say the two ones that are like, yes, inspired by Breath of the Wild are Genshin Impact and Immortals.
Yes.
Um,
But even you look at Valhalla, and it took a lot from Breath of the Wild as well. Just in
I think they were already on that trajectory anyway.
I think they were, but I don't know. I think Breath of the Wild did a lot, and it's part of the reason I'm really, really excited for whatever they come out with next.
I'm excited to see God of War in a post Breath of the Wild world.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
I'm also interested to see what Horizon Forbidden West is going to be like.
Because Horizon came out at the same time as Breath of the Wild.
Literally 2 weeks before.
Yeah, and Horizon is great, but
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild is the better game.
I actually liked Horizon more, personally, because I play games for their story, and Horizon
of the
has
Wild
an
has no
extremely
story.
compelling story. And
Breath of the Wild has no
does
story.
not.
It loses points on story, but it is a better game. It
Yeah.
is a worse story, a better game.
Yeah. See, my perfect Zelda game is Breath of the Wild's open world, Skyward Sword's dungeons, and Wind Waker's story. If you combine all three of those, that is a perfect video game.
I want the tightness of the mechanics of Majora's Mask.
Tighter than Wind Waker's?
Yes.
Wind Waker's is like
Wind Waker, it was excellent. I
have
just
dreams about that
absolutely
game.
stunning. Majora's Mask, the way, like, the entire game was built into, like, whatever it is, like 18 hours or like just the.
I was talking about the combat.
Oh no, I'm not talking combat. I'm talking like
Wind Waker's combat is flawless.
It is. I'm talking more the world of, and the way the world was the system of Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
I loved that. Anyway, I played other things other than Zelda this week, which is surprising, but I did. So, game's been out for a couple of weeks now. Outriders. Jake, you played the demo of it.
Yes.
I played the demo of it. It came out. I was very iffy on whether I'd buy it or not. And then I really wanted a looter shooter, so I bought it.
Yep.
We had talked about it a while ago. The story gets a little better. The acting never does. Never does. And
Rip.
they had some server issues at the beginning, like bad server issues where no one could.
Were they Avengers server issues?
No.
Were they that bad?
They were actually for
Okay.
2 days. For 2 days, they were like, it was down, and
Yeah.
it says you couldn't play.
I saw the vileness of the internet when that happened. I remember that.
Yeah, I hate the internet. Anyway, they've got
Oh,
it
yeah.
back up and running. It is a good game if you want to shoot things. The shooting in it actually does feel really good. The powers are phenomenal. And there is a lot of room for customization of your class and your weapons. They've got a bunch of really, really interesting systems. Like, it's really cool. It's also long.
Yeah.
The story is, I am, how many hours in? I'm 15 hours in, and I don't think I've even uncovered half the map.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
Literally everyone's been playing this thing.
Yes.
Because I think Square was just handing out copies.
Yep.
Um,
Oh, definitely.
But yeah. I was watching Moist play it. Shout out to my boy, Moist_Noodle.
It's fun. It's a fun game. Is it a good game?
Maybe.
Maybe. But it's fun, and honestly, that's what I care about. I have fun playing it. If you're looking for... If you like looter shooters at all, where you shoot stuff and you get more guns to shoot stuff with that shoot different, and then you kill more stuff and you get more guns, it's a pretty decent example of a looter shooter. Like it. And now, I would like to move on to the most important and best thing I played all week. Diablo 2 Resurrected. So, for anyone
before you begin,
Sure.
I just want to say that Blizzard, I hate that you won't use remastered for any of your remasters.
I don't hate
Any of them.
Resurrected. Resurrected, like, it sort of fits with Diablo. All right, but yeah, it should just be remastered.
Warcraft 3 Reforged.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What's the start?
I know the other ones were garbage too. Nope, StarCraft they used remastered.
Oh, there it
good
is.
job, StarCraft team.
That was a good
I
one.
like you guys. You're the only ones I like.
Here's the thing, though. The Diablo 2 Resurrected remaster is absolutely flawless.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the Diablo 1
Oh, God.
remake.
Did they do a D1 remake?
I thought they did.
Didn't think so.
Did they not?
I don't think so.
What am I thinking of?
No idea.
I could have sworn they put out Diablo 1 again.
Don't think so. I could be very wrong, though.
Hang on. I must see. There's no... Hold on. Nope. I'm crazy, apparently.
Yep.
Weird. Okay.
So there are
I've done it
different ways.
twice. I'm mad. Okay.
There
Sorry.
are different ways to do remasters, right? But I really, really think that Diablo 2 has it might go down as one of the best remasters. I only played the alpha demo. It's not out. Things could change, but the couple hours I put into it, I put a lot of time into Diablo 2 when I was younger. Like, a lot of time. It was out when I was in high school, and I would get home from class, go downstairs, boot up Diablo, play Diablo until 2 in the morning, go to sleep, wake up early, play Diablo, go to school, come back from school, get back on Diablo. I played... Hey, Mud Trucker. I played so much Diablo 2. Like, unreasonable amounts of Diablo 2. A lot of people in their previews of this and in what they've been saying have been saying that Diablo 2 Resurrected feels like what they remember Diablo 2 as being. I can't even say that because literally last year when the pandemic first started, me and my friends all reinstalled Diablo 2 and spent another 80 hours each playing through Diablo 2 again because it's just the perfect game. Diablo 2 Resurrected is Diablo 2. They've taken the 4:3 whatever, not resolution.
Aspect ratio.
Yes, they've taken the 4:3 aspect ratio, they've stretched it out, so I was playing it in ultra wide and it looked great. It is a frame for frame remake. And one of the things that I was most impressed about this was you can tell. Because at any point while you're playing, you hit G on your keyboard and it swaps you back to the original game.
Halo lets you do this too. The
Yeah, but
Master Chief Collection.
it's not quite as impressive. Like, there's not such a gap between the graphics.
From 2000 to
Have you seen what Diablo 2 looked like?
2015. I mean, yeah,
When did Diablo 2 come out?
2000,
When did Halo come out?
2001.
Oh, really?
It was a launch game on the Xbox.
Oh,
So
it was.
2001.
God, that was a long time ago.
Yep.
The graphics of Diablo 2 were significantly worse than those of Halo. Let's just put it that way. Hey, I mean, Halo on the Xbox was outstanding as, like, how does anything look this good?
Yeah.
Remember? Like,
Did you see that thread, by the way, where they were talking about, I forget what game it was. Oh, it was Morrowind on the Xbox.
yes.
So apparently, in order to get it to work, during load screens, the game would reboot itself.
Really?
Yeah, and you would never know, because when it rebooted, it would just show the same load screen. And that's why the load times were so bad, because the game literally relaunched itself in order to clear memory.
All I remember from Morrowind on the Xbox was at one point or another, like, my disc got the very smallest scratch on it, and there was an entire section of the map that I could not go because any objects in it were giant.
It's corrupted.
It was corrupted. I couldn't go there anymore.
That's amazing.
Anyway, Diablo 2.
Yep.
As the sorceress, you've got Fireball, right? And you cast Fireball.
Sorceress coming back for Diablo 4. I'm
Yes.
very happy.
Yes.
Very happy.
I'm
Wizard
hopeful.
is good. Sorceress
is
was
better.
better.
Yep, absolutely. Screw the arcane energies. Give me fire, ice, and lightning.
Yeah. I
Period.
do like the arcane spells.
Some of them are
But-
cool.
I like the orb. I like
Yep.
the big orb. I also like the big laser.
Yes. But, I mean, Frost Orb. Frozen Orb.
I mean, yes.
Frozen Orb is the greatest.
Frozen Orb was so good they put it in World of Warcraft also.
Anyway, you cast a spell in the updated graphics, hit G, and you watch, like, it just switches back to the old graphics, and you watch the spell fly, and then you hit G to go back to the new graphics to watch it impact. And it is identical. Like, it is literally a frame for frame. I don't even want to call it a remake, because really it sort of seems like they just took Diablo 2 and built a prettier Diablo 2 on top of it, and it's just it's like a filter. It's a very pretty Diablo 2 filter. I am so
Hats off to Vicarious Visions on this one.
This is one game
They're
that
good
they
at
had to get right.
remasters, apparently.
I am so incredibly ready for this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it. I haven't played Diablo. I've played a Diablo 2 through once. because Warcraft 3 came out around the same time, and that was my life.
Warcraft 3 didn't have loot. Diablo 2 is still
It did not.
Diablo 2 is still the best loot
It did not, but it had Dota.
loot game. Yeah. Diablo 2 is still the best loot game ever.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah. No, to this day.
keep an eye out for
Diablo-
it when it comes out, cuz
Diablo came up with the design language of color coding rarity.
yep.
So Diablo did it first, and then what really took off with it was World of Warcraft. After that, there is not a game that has item rarity that does not use those colors.
But it's cuz of
Gray
Diablo.
is trash.
It's cuz
white
of Diablo.
is common. Green, uncommon. Blue, rare. Purple, epic. Orange, legendary.
Outriders,
been the
exactly
case.
that.
Yep.
Yep. But it's
Diablo did it
Diablo.
first.
Diablo did it. Diablo is seriously, if you haven't played Diablo, do yourself
This
a favor.
would be a good place to jump in, I would
And
say.
it's not even that expensive. It's 40 American.
Yep.
That it is the right price for a remaster.
And if you're invested in this story, like the game is worse, but the story's pretty good. Snag
Diablo 3.
3 because they put the collection up on discount for like $20 pretty often.
You can actually get for I think like $10 more.
Oh yeah, you're right. There's a pack that comes with everything, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, there's a pack with like everything for I think like $10 or $13 more. You get all of it.
Yep. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, no,
Sargrath.
it's Sargrath, exactly that. It's
Yep.
like
Man, there's a lot of games coming out that are $40.
yeah, it's a good price.
Uh,
Lots of things are going 80, but
Kena-
80's hard.
Yeah. Kena Bridge of Spirits is 40
40,
bucks.
yeah.
That's my game I'm actually looking forward to, but I've already said that.
I think some
Several
devs,
times.
I think some publishers are realizing that like if you lower the price, more people can buy it.
Yep. Squadrons, 40 bucks.
Yep. And they did really well with that, to the point that they actually released extra content, which they said at the outset that they wouldn't do. Right?
Except it's sold really well.
Really well. if you make it so we can afford games,
Mud Truck, David is Canadian, so it's $80.
yeah.
I live in Texas, so it's $60.
80 Canadian.
So 40 would be 60 for you then.
It's actually 55.
Oh, interesting.
54.99.
Oh yeah, because it's kind of like a percentage
Yeah.
almost.
Yep. But I am so ready to spend $55 on Diablo 2.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's it.
I'm trying to
That's
think of another game that was $40 recently.
I know there have been some.
Disco Elysium.
Oh yeah,
That's
it was.
a $40 everybody needs to spend.
Yeah, I've got that.
Disco. That's a
Horizon
perfect
goes
RPG.
down to $40 all the time too. Horizon Zero Dawn.
what?
Horizon.
Oh yeah. It's currently US is $29.99 on EGS. That
That's
is a
another one.
steal. Go buy that game.
Yep.
Also, if you have a PlayStation, it's free
Yeah.
starting like next week. So
Okay. I'm gonna move us on to the accurately named segment 2. One game you want.
yep. I want a new Sony game of any kind. I realized that Sony first party studios, they make some of my favorite games.
They
And
do
I'd-
really good stuff.
Yeah. Give me a Naughty Dog, Santa Monica, or Gorilla game, please.
It's
I don't
I
I'll
don't
take
think I can
anyone.
get a PS5 right now. Like
or
they
an
are
Insomniac game.
PS5s are just not in existence.
Oh my god. What am I saying? Ratchet and Clank comes out in like 3 months.
There you go, Jake.
What am I doing? I was like, man, I want a Sony game, and they're like, hey, listen,
There's a Sony
we've
game.
got you, dude.
They're
They also
really,
released
really
a
good
60
experiences.
FPS update for the last one.
God of War was so good.
Yep.
So good.
So The Last of Us Part 2 is my favorite game probably of all time. But if I were to point at the game of the favorite does not equal best. Best game of the generation, I might have to give that to God of War. I can't think of a game that was more flawless in that way.
I prefer Breath of the Wild, but it had
favorite does not equal best.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying.
I prefer Last of Us Part 2.
Breath of the Wild I prefer, but it had issues. The weapon durability can be really annoying. Like there are problems with Breath of the Wild. I like to overlook
think of
them.
a problem with God of War.
There are none.
There are none.
God of War even did. I still think that Fable 2 is one of my favorite games of all time just for the ending of Fable 2. The rest of the game is great. The final boss is, in my opinion, one of the best final boss battles of all time in video games. And God of War didn't do it quite that, but they did the feeling of it.
Yeah.
Right? The feeling
Mud
of...
S.
Oh.
Is Cyberpunk patched well enough to play? Or should I wait?
Wait.
That highly depends on your hardware and your tolerance for bugs.
At least wait for the 1.2 patch to come out.
It's out.
Is it out? I thought they didn't have a release date for it yet.
Nope, it's out. It's been out. The 500 fixes patch? Yeah. So your hardware is one story, but the second thing is your tolerance for bugs The Witcher 3? Or is your tolerance for bugs Bethesda? If it's Bethesda and you have good hardware, which I would say is a 30 series GPU and a good CPU, you do play Star Citizen. So that's a different thing, though.
Straight up, I encountered... I think Cyberpunk was buggier than Star Citizen.
No. No. No.
When it comes to...
Definitely not even close.
When it comes to bugs that break the experience of it, yeah, I think it was.
I was showing somebody around. No, I can't talk about it.
You can't.
No, I'm not going to talk about it. I can't talk about it. Star Citizen is buggier than Cyberpunk. Anyway, Cyberpunk, I would say it's at a Bethesda level quality right now. A launch Bethesda quality. If you can tolerate that and you have decent hardware, I would say higher end 20 series or any 30 series, like 2070 or better, I would say. Go for it. 100% do it. If you don't have tensor cores, do not play it at anything higher than 1080p.
I'll be right
If
back,
your
Jake.
tolerance is The Witcher 3, wait. It's not there yet. That being said, Cyberpunk is my second favorite game of 2020. So, take that for what you will. I adore that game. I put like 80 hours in it. It's blissful. Yeah, and that's fine. They're not going to give up on it. Like there was a recent interview where somebody asked them if they would consider just moving on from Cyberpunk, and they said that's not an option. So, yeah. But don't forget about it. I will definitely say that. Don't forget about Cyberpunk. That game is incredible. I would say it is the evolution of a Bethesda-style RPG. And I don't think there's a game that comes close to nailing that type of game like Cyberpunk does. The story is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible.
It's something...
It has actual meaningful choices and endings. There's 6 endings?
So
6?
I don't even remember.
Technically?
I thought there were more, but they were all minor.
It's 3 times 2 because you pick one of the 3 essentially, and then during the ending you can also make another choice.
Right.
But I don't know how different those choices are. I've only seen 2
I feel
endings.
like there's a problem with video game players in that, like, Outriders launched, and it launched to way more people playing it than they thought would. So it had server problems. But the number of people that I saw that were like, screw this, I'm asking for my money back because I can't play it day one. Like, give me a refund. I don't know.
Shouldn't.
It bothers
if
me.
you're ever unsure about a game, you shouldn't buy it day one.
But, and even if you're sure about, like, if you're sure enough about the game to buy it day one, give it some time. If it's not ready day one, it's probably still going to be a good game. I'm excited to someday play Cyberpunk. It's not yet at a point that I want to play it. I almost want to wait for, like, the complete edition or whatever they end up doing, like they've done for The Witcher. But
that's years away.
Oh, I know.
That. And I don't think they've said whether or not they're going to have like big expansions like that.
I don't know. I'll wait and see what they do. It's more of a I don't need to play it now, but I mean, it's a good-looking game. For the next 6 years, it's still going to be a good-looking game.
Yep.
Right? Play it when it's ready.
Dude, that just to tie a bow on Cyberpunk. I have a 3090 and an R9 3950X. And that allowed me and this is the first card that's been able to do it. It has HDMI 2.1, which let me plug that sucker into my 4K OLED TV and play the game at 4K 90 frames per second with all ray tracing options cranked to max. There is no better looking video game. Doesn't exist. It is unbelievable. Especially when it rains.
The water was really good.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I didn't do what game I want, but I was just gonna say I want more Zelda. Honestly, we've talked about
Zelda a lot.
but no, I do want to quickly cover what I want, because Zelda is great, and there are so many good examples of Zelda. As we were talking about Zelda earlier, Skyward Sword, good. Wind Waker, masterpiece. Majora's Mask, masterpiece. Like, all of them. And there's no way to play them all. And I hate Nintendo for not just giving me the option to buy all of their Zelda games so I can play them on Switch. Just
Dude, there's a reason for that. And that reason is they know exactly how much their IP is worth. and they know for a fact that no matter how many times they re-release those games, you will pay for it.
Yeah. So release them. I'll pay for it.
They won't do it all on one platform. They won't do it. They'd have to lose popularity.
I just hate
It's like
Nintendo
asking
for
them
not
to
doing
port
it.
Fire Red to the Switch. They won't do it.
Honestly, it's sort of a downside for them.
Well, yeah, Nintendo is in love with artificial scarcity.
But it's like, put it out on Switch. We could all buy it on Switch. And then they're just going to shutter the Switch marketplace and make us lose all of our games anyway, because that's what Nintendo does to their old hardware. They shutter it, and we'll have to buy it again.
Well, they shutter the store, but if you own the game, you can still download it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they need to put it all there so I can buy it. That's what I want. What I want is all the Zeldas. All of them. Every single one. Oracle of Seasons and Ages were so good.
Yeah. Well, eventually, kind of my long-term project is to own and have an easy way to play in every console. I have just about every console that ever was made. There's a couple that I don't. But the problem is I don't have a TV that can
play it, yeah.
That can play it. So I'm actually currently on the hunt for a high quality CRT. Problem is they don't make them anymore, so it's extremely
Have you looked into
difficult.
just adapters? Like, I found an adapter to be able to plug a 64 into my 1080.
So the 64 is the last console where input lag is not introduced. And it's a huge problem for games like Mario World and
Yeah.
The Lion King, for example.
Oh, Lion King. God.
Yeah, the game is impossible, and you need pixel perfect precision. And if you have to introduce input lag to that,
They released... There's a Lion King and Aladdin
time.
collection on Switch. Lion King
I know.
and Aladdin.
but I want to play the original. I want to see it in its like how it was meant, you know.
I saw enough of that.
Like
believe
I
me.
want a MAME cabinet that will emulate a lot of that stuff, but I also want at least
the
consoles
original.
because that's
Yeah.
pretty easy to do.
Some of the games are hard nowadays, unfortunately.
Yeah, but conventions usually take care of that, and I'm willing to pay a little bit extra for a lot of stuff. Like
You also get conventions there. We don't get those up
that's
here.
true. I
So-
mean, you could go to PAX East pretty easily.
Yeah.
But here, actually, let me show you one of the last things I got.
All right. While Jake is gone, nobody say anything about how bad Kingdom Hearts is. He can't hear us. If we don't say it, he'll never know.
May your heart be your guiding key. Okay. So this right here is a sealed copy
Ooh, Tales of the Abyss.
of Tales of the Abyss.
Nice.
This is and forever will be one of my favorite games of all time. This character right here, her name is Tyr. Her full name is Mysterica. And that is, if you give me the option to name my character in an RPG, that is the name I will choose 100% of the time. I love this game for a million reasons. The story's good, the combat's good, the world is extremely fleshed out, and the magic is literally based on music. There is no they made this game for me. The problem is the DS version or the 3DS version, one of the two, is terrible. It's extremely poorly ported, and that's the only copy you can find anywhere. And that's fine. I can actually emulate it pretty easily on my computer, but I wanted a physical copy of this game because it's one of my favorite games ever. And I
Jake,
found this guy at a convention.
Back in my heyday.
What?
Back in my heyday, when I worked at a video game store, I had every single RPG to hit the PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Every single one.
There's a lot.
There were a lot.
But yeah,
I had
I
a problem.
paid $70 for this,
Yep.
which is $20 more than it was when it was new. But this is an OG copy. It is sealed, and this is like one of my prized possessions. Like if like the house was burning down, order of priority is wife,
Puppy.
dog,
Computer?
no, that's pretty easily replaceable.
I mean, a 3090 right now.
Yeah, but I mean, whatever. I think number 3 would be this.
Your guitar?
Oh yeah, what am I saying? Good Lord, forgot about that.
Dude, how can
My-
you forget about that?
The most expensive piece of video game merchandise that I own. My Taylor guitar. I almost said replica. It's not a replica. It's the real thing.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to move us on to news. There isn't that much.
There's not that much. That's kind of why I was rambling for so
Oh, I
long,
know.
because I was trying to fill time.
I know, I was too. So much talking about. I could do an entire
Yeah,
show
literally-
or 12 about Zelda. God.
Yeah, but like basically all I'm saying is like conventions are prime for stuff like that. Because there's usually at least like 3 or 4 vendors that
Yeah.
have stuff like this.
Someday there will be conventions again.
Yep, someday.
All right, it's time.
Gamescom though. I get to go to
Yeah.
Gamescom. I'm very excited for that. It's PAX plus E3
Yeah.
smushed together.
All right, the Thorth segment. Hey, look, guys, news.
Thorth.
The Thorth segment.
Thorth.
Yeah. So, honestly, not that much, but
Nope.
so you might know that I really, really enjoy the video game Vermintide 2. It is a damn good hacky slashy shooty Left 4 Dead set in Warhammer, which I mean, it's hard to get much better than Left 4 Dead set in Warhammer, honestly. But they have what sounds like a massive free update coming in 7 days. April 20th, free update, giant update to it, adding a lot more stuff, new items, new maps, new everything, and I'm really excited because it's a darn good game, and it sounds like they're trying to make it a bit more roguelike in this update.
Interesting.
And I think it's because they're testing for Warhammer Darktide.
Interesting.
They're testing the free model to see how many people play it, and probably going to add more cosmetics and stuff and some other packages people can spend money on because the update's free. But I think it's going to be a sign of what is to come for Darktide, and man, I'm excited for Darktide. 40K Left 4 Dead? Oh yeah. All over that.
Yeah.
Reports are saying that the next BioShock game is likely to be open world. Apparently, they're hiring open world developer positions.
I have very low expectations for that game, and
I didn't
I'll
like the last
probably
one.
be surprised by it. No, that's the thing. I have adored every single BioShock game I have ever
Two?
played. Dude, 2. Have you played Minerva's Den?
No,
DLC for 2?
No, I haven't played the DLC for 2. I couldn't get
Jesus.
into 2.
That DLC is maybe the best DLC of all time. Like the only one that like the only type of expansion like that I can think of that that was like unbelievable to that degree was Lair of the Shadow Broker.
That was good.
Yeah, good lord,
Yeah.
play that at some point.
Yeah.
But that's the thing though is is the I really love BioShock, and it's not Ken Levine working on it, and I'm worried. So,
I don't know. We'll see. I didn't like BioShock Infinite. I found it too predictable. I knew
What?
where they were. I knew the entire time where they were going with it. Like it just, I don't know. It didn't
Okay.
catch me the way BioShock 1 did. Anyway. Deathloop delayed till September. This
Yep.
is good.
Looks like their loops are buggy.
Yep.
I want it to not suck.
Which is okay. I think
Yep.
we've said it a number of times, but we'll continue to say it, and it should actually be one of our mottos of, hey, a game is delayed. This is good.
It's always good news.
Yep.
Especially during COVID.
Yeah. Yeah. During COVID, it's not just good; it's understandable. The Epic Games Store is losing hundreds of millions of dollars a year providing free games.
Hell yeah, man. That's cool.
They've got the money to throw away.
It's a
They've got
public
Fortnite.
service at that point.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But also, as a footnote to that, they received $1 billion in funding
Yeah.
last month.
Yeah. And that's that's not from Fortnite. That's extra
Nope.
funding.
Yep.
That's not counting Fortnite. And Fortnite is like what?
Well, and
$3
people
billion
gotta,
a day?
People got to understand the developers that work on Fortnite and Epic Game Store combined probably don't make up a third of the company.
Yep.
Epic Games, at its core, is an engine house.
Unreal. No, not
They
Unreal.
make
Unity.
Unreal Engine.
Unreal. Yes, it is Unreal. God, why am my brain's off? Sorry.
And people are like, "Oh, Fortnite." Blah, 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 blah." It's like, come on, like Unreal Engine. If you're gonna boycott Epic Games, good luck not playing an Unreal Engine powered game.
I mean, let's to be frank, there are basically only two main engines right now, and they are Unreal and Unity. CryEngine is dead. Lumberyard hasn't really picked up.
There's only 2 games that are using it.
I know it is Unreal and Unity.
3, but you know. What else is there? Yeah, anything else for the most part is proprietary.
Or small for indie develop. Like there's a lot of stuff for indie games now, like Game Studio, and there's lots of other things, but the main ones are Unreal and Unity, and
Unreal is good, man.
yep, and they have a good, really good funding model. Like,
Yep.
what was it?
It's extremely fair.
You don't pay anything until you make more than $1 million on your game.
Yep. Not a cent.
Which is like fantastic.
And also, if you're selling it on the Epic Game Store and you're using Unreal Engine, there's no royalties for the engine.
Yeah, it's
Just the store.
yep, it's really good, and I'm really glad that they're doing it. It's yeah. Oh, another game that is close to my heart. The World Ends With You, Neo.
Yep.
Is coming out July 27th. It's also going to come out on PC shortly after July 27th, and it's coming to Epic Games Store as an exclusive.
Yep. Square making them deals, yo.
The last couple Square games have been
Well,
EGS.
Kingdom Hearts, that's the only way you can play it on PC.
Yep.
Yet another Tetsuya Nomura game. The World Ends With You. Loves that game so much. It is canonically part of Kingdom Hearts.
Most people probably haven't played The World Ends With You, but
You absolutely should.
You absolutely should. It is such a unique like RPG battle game that you're battling with like back in the 90s like pins that you pinned onto things were super popular. And that's what you use to battle. There's pins with designs, and every pin does different attacks, and you level them and combine them in different ways. And like it is a madhouse. And then
soundtrack is
excellent.
The
soundtrack is outstanding. And then like you get to outfit yourself with clothing, but it's all like it's style. It's based on your style. It's
very Jet Set Radio meets Persona.
Yeah,
I would say.
Yeah, it's phenomenal game. Like The World Ends With You.
If you can, if there is a possibility that you can play The World Ends With You on the Nintendo DS, you should.
Yep.
I hold that it is the best version of that game.
You need the second screen.
The second best version, I would say, is the mobile version, believe it or not. And way at the bottom is the Switch version. It's not good.
The DS is the best way to play it. The second screen,
touchscreen, man.
Yeah, that game needs a touchscreen, honestly.
Yep.
And it needs one that is responsive as hell. Okay.
Yep.
There's going to be a Borderlands movie. They are like picking actors. The latest pick was they got the actress that did what's her name in Battlefront 2?
Iden Versio.
Yeah.
Janine.
Yeah, so she's been signed on for the Borderlands movie as well now.
Interesting. Who she play?
I have no idea. I didn't. No idea.
I know
but
Kevin Hart is playing Roland.
Yep.
And Jack Black is playing Claptrap.
I mean, I love that. That is a casting choice that I'm okay with.
I will be happy if when Jack Black is in anything I watch.
Yes. I mean, Jack Black is a stupendous
he will steal the show
being.
every time.
But like, I'm so. I mean, the story of Borderlands doesn't make for a good video game. I'm really interested to see how they can make it a decent movie. I don't know, I guess like my formative movie years were in that period where every single video game movie that tried to come out was abjectly terrible.
Well, there's only like
terrible?
3 good video game movies.
I know, and I'm just Borderlands doesn't seem like the
Sonic
one
the
to
Hedgehog.
be a fourth. The new one?
Yeah.
It was a good movie. I liked it.
It was a great movie.
I liked it. It was fun.
I am very happy that they're making another one.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It's just called Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So good.
Jim Carrey was so good in it.
I know.
Like, so good.
That movie had no right to be as good as it was.
I thought it was going to be terrible.
Does Detective Pikachu count as
Yes.
a video game movie?
Yes, and it is
Okay,
perfect.
then there's 4.
Detective Pikachu is perfect.
Yeah, Detective Pikachu. Prince of Persia
Never saw it.
with Jake Gyllenhaal. Great movie.
Okay.
Highly recommend. It's very good.
Man, whatever.
It has
what the
Alfred
hell,
Molina in it.
What the hell happened to the Sands of Time remake?
They ran into some issues with the engine they were using, so they delayed it indefinitely. But they're definitely still working on it.
God, I want that. That's another one of those like
same,
formative
same.
games.
I love Sands of Time.
It's so good.
And then Mortal Kombat.
The new
the fourth.
the trailer for the new one,
Dude,
looked
I am so hyped for the
really
Mortal Kombat
good.
movie. I am so excited for that thing.
It looked really good.
It's coming to HBO day one
Really,
next week.
that sucks because we don't get HBO up here.
There's got to be a way to watch HBO Max. How are you people watching the Snyder Cut up there?
I think I'd have to get Crave.
Let's see. HBO Max movies, Canada. Yes.
Yeah, Justice League. It's on Crave.
You're gonna have to do that for Dune.
Oh, Dune. Yeah. I don't want another subscription. Anyway.
Well, dude, like I hate it when people say that because people don't understand. There's no contracts.
Oh, I know. I
Just
sign up and
rotate
then
them out, man.
there are some that
I
I
do
can't,
it all the time.
I can't get rid of Netflix. I can't get rid of Disney.
Yeah, so keep those,
There's no rotating them out. Period.
and then rotate the third one,
yeah.
whatever that is. So for me, I get Netflix through T-Mobile, so I don't pay for it. Amazon I just have because I use Prime.
Yeah.
And then I have Disney, and then whatever the fourth one is, which is actually my third one.
Because Prime doesn't count.
Well, no, because Netflix doesn't count because I don't pay for it.
Oh yeah, true. I mean,
That
Prime
rotates.
One, Prime
So currently-
doesn't count, and two, it has nothing anyway. So
Yeah. Currently, it's actually Funimation is my third subscription.
yeah.
But I am going to purchase a single month
Of HBO.
of HBO to watch the Snyder Cut, Mortal Kombat, and then I'll probably catch up on a show. But that's it.
That's fair.
And Funimation, I only have the subscription. So what's cool is Funimation, I have told myself I will only subscribe to it during the My Hero Academia season. But during that season, I will watch additional anime.
Yep.
You know?
We finally watched the first episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier tonight.
Nice. That show is really good.
I enjoyed the first episode. It was a lot.
Fair
was
warning,
fun.
since you're watching it with children,
I'm not.
it gets real intense.
We're not watching it with Mac right now. We're watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with Mac, and
Okay.
I mean that's getting intense. She had to stop it.
dude.
She had to no, hang on. This is the worst because she had to stop it and leave for her dad's for the week. Right when Fitzsimmons were dropped into the water.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
She's probably being tortured.
Oh,
right
I
now.
know, right?
Good lord.
That is one of the worst cliffhangers.
Jeez. Agents of
Ever.
S.H.I.E.L.D. Great show.
Such a good show.
But yeah,
She could not understand Ward.
the last thing I will say before we must get back to video games is the Falcon and the Winter Soldier is the most black Marvel thing that they have made aside from Black Panther.
I've been noticing it's very good on that.
You will notice that even more in the second episode.
Okay.
It's extremely good. They nailed it. They stuck the landing. It was perfectly
Nice.
done.
'Cause
I was so happy with it.
I'm seeing them set it up in the first one of like like the setup is good, and it's
Did
Yeah.
you meet Sarah in the first one?
Sarah.
I don't want to spoil it if you haven't actually seen it.
Okay, I'll wait. Anyway, I shouldn't spoil anything anyway.
No,
Okay.
you have because the end of that episode is the John Walker stuff.
John Walker?
New person has shield.
Nope.
That's the end of the episode.
No, the end of the episode is another captain.
That's what I said. I said new
Oh,
person
has shield. Yeah,
shield.
okay. Yeah, it is. Sorry,
Yeah.
I was thinking shield as in
Sarah is Sam's sister.
Yeah, okay. No, we've met her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah. I'm excited. Okay, back
Perfect.
to video games.
Yeah.
Honestly, very briefly.
Yes.
It's time for segment. Get your free shit.
Yep.
Right now there's I guess it's sort of like an adventure-y game. 3 out of 10 season 2 on Epic Games Store.
I don't know what that is.
It's season 2 of it. I think it was an adventure game of your part of a video game making company.
Interesting.
The first one of it was
That
on
sounds
sale
cool.
a while ago. And next week though, there are 3 games going on sale or going for free on
are you
EGS.
David,
Yeah. What?
I can't hear you.
Really?
Are you muted?
No, I am not
Hey,
muted.
people in chat, if you're still around,
Jake,
can you hear David?
Jake,
Can you hear
I'm
me?
talking. I can hear you.
Oh,
You're
Now
talking.
you're back. What happened?
No clue.
That was weird. Okay.
It's just on your end.
I could see you talking. Nothing was happening.
It was just your end.
Okay. Weird. Anyway.
Anyway, next week, Deponia, Ken Follett's Pillars of Earth, and The First Tree are all free on Epic.
That's a lot of games.
It is.
I've heard good things about Deponia.
I've heard good things about The First Tree. I don't know why. It also looks cute. There's a fox. I like foxes. They're cute.
Foxes are good.
Yeah.
Why I have a corgi.
They're as close as you get in dog form.
Yep.
And I mean that's about
I would say shibbers are a bit closer.
yeah, maybe. Yeah, they are. The ears.
Yeah.
But anyway, that brings us to the end of the show
Yeah.
for the night. I've got nothing to yell about.
Nope, nothing to yell about. Things are good in the video game land right now.
Things are very good in video game land.
Yeah. So thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Yeah.
Next week, I will probably have dipped my toes into Devil May Cry 3. So I'll be talking about that. I've never played it in my life. I've never seen it or anything. So that's going to be cool. That one's on my list. I have a bunch of stuff on my list right now. I've been meaning to play the Turing test.
Oh yeah.
For the reason that I actually want to get familiar with that developer's work because that's where Sarah McCullough went after her tenure here at CIG.
All right.
And Sarah has made easily my favorite ships in Star Citizen, period. My favorite human ship is the Ares. So
I
want to see
installed
new things that
Where
she
is it?
makes.
I installed Zombie Army 4 Dead War.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it's on Xbox Game Pass. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna jump into that a bit because I like shooting zombies.
So kind of the 3 that I'm deciding between right now to play are the Turing test, the Messenger, and Hyperlight Drifter. None of which I have played.
Yes. I haven't played Hyperlight Drifter either. I kickstarted it. Haven't played it.
I want to play it before Solar Ash comes out.
Yes.
Solar Ash looked really good.
Hyper Light Drifter at the time looked really good. So
Yeah, so I'm gonna play it. And then the Messenger, that company who made the Messenger is also working on like a. They're like, hey, people aren't making games like Chrono Trigger anymore. Someone should make one.
yeah.
We'll make one. And I kickstarted that. So, yeah.
Oh, I just found a game that I'm going to play this week. When
What's
does
that?
it come out? It's on Game Pass. You can pre-install it. It's called Rain on Your Parade. Travel the world as a cute cardboard cloud and ruin everyone's day. Unlock
That sounds great.
Unlock methods of mischief across 50 levels. Travel the
Dude,
world and cause
Is
chaos
this
and
just
mayhem.
Untitled Goose Game?
But you're a cloud.
That's awesome.
I'm in.
Oh, you know what I played recently all the way through? Donut County.
Mac just beat that.
That game is fantastic.
Yeah, I haven't played it. I should.
It's awesome. It's maybe 3 hours long.
Yeah.
And you can also get it on your cellular device. But you probably also have a copy of it somewhere.
Game Pass.
Is it on Game Pass?
Think it is.
It was free on Epic Game Store. That's how
Oh,
I got
okay.
mine.
No, that's where I have it. Never mind.
Yeah.
That's where she played it.
Great game. Highly recommend. Ben Esposito. Good developer, man.
Oh, it comes out tomorrow. Rain on Your Parade. Available in 21 hours.
Cool. Hi, Parker. I'm very sorry, but we're about to end the live stream here.
We are literally just
However,
finished.
I'm pretty sure you're on YouTube. So I would like to recommend literally just rewind to the beginning.
It's a good way to do it. Or join us on Saturday when we'll talk about Star Citizen.
Yep.
Without Jake.
I will be there in chat, probably,
You better be.
but not on the show because I can't be because I work there.
Yet. And join us next Tuesday at this same time for another full episode of whatever this shenanigans is.
Yeah. I'm warning all of you right now, at some point in the month of May, I will be taking a hiatus from this show as I am moving to Austin, Texas.
Excuses.
Sorry. I work there now. But yeah. Come back next week. Same time. Thanks, Shenanigans. I don't have it yet. But it's coming. So thank you. Same time every week on Tuesdays and Saturdays, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Star Citizen on Saturdays, everything else on Tuesdays.
Join us.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye, everybody.